Japan to Maine to Arizona and everything spooky in between. The nerds have you covered for all things unpleasant and ghastly. That's the wrong ghastly. Join nerds doing nerd things as they present to you Nerd-Tober. Nerd-Tober.
Hey there, the name's Nukem, Duke Nukem, and you're watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. For some unknown reason, enjoy.
What's going on, nerds, and happy Halloween! We're doing Halloweentown, the first 4 movies, and honestly, if you talk to most people, it's only 3 movies. But yeah, we're doing Halloweentown on Halloween. Wasn't my idea. It was kind of, her idea.
I was going to say, give credit where credit is due.
I did. But how much do you enjoy these movies that you're like, we need to do Halloweentown?
It's almost a tradition, which is, it's part of the reason it doesn't feel like Halloween to me, is because, like, that's one of the movies that Will and I would stick on the TV for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we would have trick-or-treaters at our door, and you would hear Halloweentown playing in the background. Like, that's just... I'm a big, Nightmare Before Christmas person, but Nightmare Before Christmas is my Christmas movie. I watch it every Christmas. Halloweentown, that's my Halloween movie.
Which one out of 3 or out of 4 is your favorite?
2.
2?
Nope.
What is that, Kalabar's Revenge?
Kalabar's Revenge.
Now, why 2? And don't give me the bullshit is because Kimberly Brown's marrying Kalabar.
Oh man, but they totally belonged together when they were that young. For me, it's she grows into her power. Like Marnie actually grows into her power in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And you see her learning, and you see that she's changing the magic world as she moves along. So it's not just a matter of, this is the way it is, this is how it's always going to be. She literally went, no, and changed the rules. And I think that for me makes a huge difference, which is what paves the way for Halloweentown High. So like for me, it's the middle one, because you watch her really grow into her person.
So I do enjoy the first one on how it's kind of like a basic welcome to Halloweentown. It's not like our world kind of thing. And, there's a little bit of a dislike from the mortal people and the Halloween people. But like you said, you really get that in the second movie. They want that shit on lockdown, basically. But my favorite's Halloweentown High, mostly for the acceptance storyline of all these Halloween kids just want to go over to a regular high school and just be high schoolers, really. And you see everybody, have their own issues throughout that school year on how when everybody finds out who they are, they're not wanted. But
I think that in adding to your point, a Halloweentown High was really about fitting in while still being different.
Yeah.
And you see how, each one of them, they dress as humans to, interact and meet and everything else. But the minute their true colors were shown, every single one of their friends, stood up with them. It wasn't, they didn't treat them different.
It took Marnie's boyfriend to start chastising them for them to be like, yeah, he is the best running back we've ever had. even though he's a werewolf, and stuff like that. But do we want to talk about the elephant in the room?
Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
Yeah, 4. 100%. Let's talk about number 4 and how it's a okay movie. It would have made it a hell of a lot better if Kimberly Brown was there.
So the problem that I have with 4 is, and I actually have a couple of problems with 4. The storyline, phenomenal, great storyline.
Mm-hmm.
However, Debbie Reynolds is reduced to a like nothing role.
She's like a cameo role.
Yeah. Kimberly J. Brown is not in the movie. Like there's just, it's little things that just, it's the nuances that make a movie. Debbie Reynolds, Kimberly J. Brown, I forget who plays her little sister and her brother. Like those, the personalities that they have with each other, and the relationships they have on screen. Like that's what made the movies. It wasn't the actor or the actress like just themselves, but how they emerged as a family, and you reduced that.
You don't even get Sophie in this movie.
Sophie is in this movie.
In just name, I think.
She is essentially a cameo role because she's traveling with the grandmother.
Yeah.
And now I mean I couldn't tell you if Disney did it as a cash grab or like how they did it, but they were definitely rolling on the Halloweentown, dare I say it, high. But it's definitely like, it's like taking Harry Potter and recasting Daniel Radcliffe.
Which they're gonna do with that HBO Max series.
Yeah, but it's not the movies that we grew up with. The only reason I can do it is because they're separated. Yes, they are the same. They're based on the same books, but they kept Daniel Radcliffe through movies 1 through 8.
You're saying 1 through 5 and then switching actors for 6 and 7.
That would not have been good. That would not have been good. That would have been like terrible. Because you grow to love the characters and the actors who play those characters. And it's partially why I don't think I could watch. I think it would be hard for me to watch like the HBO series when it comes out. I think that if like Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, and Daniel Radcliffe did a cameo, like, walk past super fast with their wizard robes on, I think that'd be one thing. But I think if they were to take on like Dumbledore or McGonagall or like any of the what we would consider like crucial roles.
See what pulled me out.
I think that would hurt me as a as a millennial, because that would be like.
So what basically pulled me out of the 4th movie, and while I'm right there with you, it's a good story. I would have really have loved Kimberly Brown to be a part of it, but they have Debbie Reynolds in that small cameo. They have Joey Zimmerman through the whole movie, Dylan. They have Judith Hoag, the mother. They still have everybody else. Why is she the only one left out? Like, if there's stuff that we don't know about, that's fair, fun, and games and all that stuff, but it's not Halloweentown without her. And with the first movie of closing the portal for good and everything and taking back over Halloweentown, and then the second movie, basically the Gray just attacking Halloweentown, they're all isolated and good stories. The third one, like I said, is my favorite. Still isolated and fun. The 4th one, it just felt bleh because it's not everybody there.
Also to that point, the first one takes place almost entirely in Halloweentown. The second one takes place in the human world and in Halloweentown.
Yep.
The third one is strictly the human world.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see if you agree with me.
No, it does. And the fourth one is just the Halloweentown again.
It's a college. She's
At
going to university.
what is it? What is it? Witch U?
Yeah, something like that. And I don't like, it's hard to explain, but I was so excited. I remember being so excited for Halloweentown 4. I remember going, oh my God, this is going to be amazing. This is great. And I watched it and was just sorely disappointed.
Can you imagine? It's been 17 years since the last one came out.
I'm old, but I don't need to be reminded of that fact.
Oops. Sorry. My bad. Not sorry.
I know you're not sorry.
Not sorry at all.
Yeah.
But like, it's just, and I'm getting old, so of course these things are going to hit me in my feelings. But I that was one movie I remember being excited for, and I'll watch it, but I was definitely like disappointed because it definitely continues, Marnie's story.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely a different feel for the movie, and it's just not the same feel.
Yeah, it definitely expands on the overall story. It's just if you don't have the right people that everybody's gotten to know and love, you're kind of, I don't know. It pulled, like I said, it pulled me out of the movie not having her as the main person.
So staying on topic, but jumping a little bit. What's your favorite character
Overall, probably Dylan.
Why?
You're already shaking your head like I could see that. Because when we ever do anything, I'm the one who's like, that's not a good idea. Should we be doing that? And either it's you, Jess, or probably Jocelyn. 100% Jocelyn. Why is AJ on the ceiling? Because he wouldn't shut up. And I was like, oh, my back hurts, my neck hurts, everything hurts. I was like, yeah, I kind of slept upside down on the ceiling. It kind of sucked. As everybody that actually knows our friend group, what's going on? Thank you for following. Hopefully you guys are having a good time on Twitch. Cool. That's our second follow on Twitch in like 2 episodes. Yes. But no, 100%. If you know our friend group, you know Jocelyn's. Yep, there's AJ. Maybe now he'll shut up. And the thing is, she'll forget about me. Just like Dylan. She'll forget. And then come down next morning, eat breakfast, do all that wonderful stuff, and I'm just like... I'm not wrong here.
You're not. I wish she was watching this just to hear the accuracy of your statements.
Who's your favorite character? Because yeah, I'm Dylan, 100%. Not even close.
So, I wouldn't call myself any of them, but I would probably have to say that my favorite character is Aggie.
Troublemaker. Yeah. Instigate. Yeah. You're really just, Debbie Reynolds. Debbie Reynolds. Debbie Reynolds.
It's a toss-up most days for me with some of the older movies, if Angela Lansbury was in it or Debbie Reynolds.
That's another person that would have been a great person to play Debbie Reynolds' character, but I'm very happy we got who we got.
We're gonna have to show you, if you haven't seen it and you like Angela Lansbury stuff, you need to watch Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
I was just thinking that. I think we did that I know we talked about it.
We talked about it. I don't think we've done it.
Oh. Darn. That is a good one.
That is a very good one. That's one of my faves. Also, when you have kids or nieces and nephews, in my case, you learn very quick what movies to stick on that will hold their attention for longer than 2 seconds.
Aristocats. Oliver and Company.
Nope. Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Lilo and Stitch.
Honestly,
101 Dalmatians.
you want to know how bad my ADD is since we're talking about that kind of stuff? I'm getting ready for work, and I'm just, getting my backpack all ready, and Bear in the Big Blue House is on the TV, and I'm just...
In case anyone is interested, he would also have this reaction if Timon and Pumbaa TV show was on the TV. Buzz Lightyear.
Roly-poly-oly. Buzz Lightyear's not even on Disney Plus.
I know what it should be.
I'm still waiting for the Weekenders.
Lloyd!
Lloyd in Space? Yes. They have all the episodes.
I just went down a rabbit hole, so thanks for that. That's the only thing. Why are you so good at going down rabbit holes? You should see what my friend group does to me. Go right down. No, never.
I don't know what you're talking about. She's definitely not me.
I don't remember what I was doing at work the other day, but I went down a giant rabbit hole and had to call my boss and went, "You're gonna have to help me with my rabbit hole."
But
I reached the end of my rabbit hole.
Let's close this all up in a nice bow. Halloween for 2023, Nerd-Tober for 2023. It's Halloweentown 1 through 4.
Rusty wanted to be part of the podcast for a second.
Of course he does. But Susie, run down basically why these 4 movies are your go-to every year.
First of all, they take place on Halloween.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a thing.
Second of all, Halloween, my sister-in-law would probably put it better than I would, but it's a celebration of Samhain's, and it's a witches celebration, and I don't know why, but like for me, and part of the reason why I love these movies is not because my last name is in it. Okay.
I was not gonna make that joke until the very end. Don't have it written here.
Do you want to know how many times me and my cousins have told people that they're like, "Oh, you're like the Cromwell witches in Halloweentown," and I'm like, "No, like Cromwell, the town in the state."
No, I would go with Halloweentown better.
But for me, like, Halloween is always about the magic and the mystery and the, what all are you going to see on Halloween? It's kind of like for me going to con and seeing all these like amazing costumes, all these amazing cosplays, and seeing how people pull them off. And I love the fact that there's one day a year, and I mean, yeah, we give out candy, but I love the fact that there's one day a year where we get to really be special.
I mean,
even if we're wearing the same costume, we get to be special.
We're special every day. Stop it.
I'm aware that I'm special every day, but not everybody needs to know that.
That's not what I meant, but kind of what I meant here. But Susie, what are we doing Thursday?
Actually, AJ, I have a question for you before I tell you what we're doing Thursday.
Shit.
What is your go-to Halloween movie?
Shit. As a scaredy bitch that I am, as a very, very scaredy bitch that I am, honestly, we covered it, I think, a couple years ago, and I've watched it like several times now, and no, it's not what you're thinking. It's not Spider-Mom.
Is that Hereditary?
Honestly, I know there's a lot of them we've done, but I gotta go with Hocus Pocus.
The new?
No, 93. 100% it's 93.
It's for me, it's 100% 93 too. But I will say that as much as the new one doesn't like really do it for me, I do like some of the new songs.
I will
I
give you
don't
that
know
one.
if you've ever ridden in my car.
Okay, I will give you that one.
So,
But no, it's Hocus Pocus because honestly, as much as I've really started liking doing all this horror stuff every year, I'm very happy that it's once a year. I'm so happy it's only once a year.
do you
But I
want to
gotta-
talk about that I made you do horror movies for Christmas?
That wasn't even a scary movie. It was just stupid. It was
Was it Krampus?
yeah, it was stupid. But no, as much as I've actually really enjoyed being scared and all that stuff, I gotta go back to my roots. It's Disney. It's Hocus Pocus. Honestly, the Boogeyman movie that we went to go see a couple months ago, very much enjoyed it.
When you stopped cowering in your seat.
I was not cowering. You just couldn't see me because I was in the seat. Me and that seat were one.
Somehow we didn't come home with the chair.
I don't think it would have fit in my car. All right, Susie, what are we doing Thursday for our next back to normal episode before we get to Nerd Miss?
We're doing King Kong on Skull Island.
That's like 2015. I know it's got Jack Black in it.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't it?
Mm-mm.
I thought it did.
The King Kong you were thinking of has Jack Black in it. The King Kong that we are watching does not have Jack Black in it.
Are we watching the 1933 movie? The 2005 movie? Or the 2017 movie?
2017. Which has Loki in it. And Captain Marvel.
Oh, I thought this was the one with Jack Black. I guess it must be the 2005 movie.
Yes.
Yeah, Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, Tom Hiddleston, freaking John Goodman. Holy, John C. Reilly.
Yeah. We got a nice cast for that one. With any luck, our one of our friends who we very nicely refer to as Godzilla's mama will be joining us.
Yep. That means we're doing Godzilla.
Yeah, we're in the Monsterverse. Needed to jump into the Monsterverse for a little bit.
Me? Jump? That sounds like exercise. And guess what I don't do, honey? It's exercise.
I'll tell you what, I'll put on Nightmare on Elm Street and do spider touches on your arm. You'll jump very far then.
Or shut off the damn lizard tank while we're watching Stephen King.
He's never going to let me load that one down.
People, you guys don't understand. I don't do well with scary movies. If the light just goes out. We should really start like video recording me watching horror movies.
I told you that last year.
Don't know what you're talking about. Didn't happen.
Paul told you that last year.
Yep, didn't happen.
Clearly.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you Thursday for King Kong. But once again, Nerd-Tober is in the books with this year 4 of Nerd-Tober.
See, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023.
We're so old. All right, everybody. We'll see you later.
From Japan to Maine to Arizona and everything spooky in between. The nerds have you covered for all things unpleasant and ghastly. That's the wrong ghastly. Join nerds doing nerd things as they present to you Nerd-Tober. Nerd-Tober.